Winners finals coming up. Neither of these players, the only two left who have not dropped a game today, Chad and Kpop.
Winners finals. Like I said, these are the two players I predicted in the seeding that would get these far.
Yep, absolutely. I mean, the seeding has been pretty solid today.
I'm curious to see how much matchup knowledge that Chad has against Kimberly, because if a character is not being played as much, that kind of comes back around, right?
It's a weird character. Ooh, and the costume switch up as well for Winners finals.
Honestly, should have been her default.
Should have been her default.
I love this costume. But yeah, I'm seeing, because when a character's not played as much, it kind of comes back around to you, right? And then you kind of remember, all right, how do I play this matchup? So let's see if Chad got that, right?
Yeah, Kpop definitely has the knowledge advantage in that regard. I guarantee you, Kpop knows the Ken matchup.
We talked about experience, right? But Chad, also a long-time staple. This is why they're both here.
The real question, though, is going to be, does Kpop know the Chad matchup? Because Chad plays a very interesting Ken.
He's aggressive. Speaking of aggression, Kpop is not letting down. Already got Chad in burnout, going for the overheads.
I love Kpop's mixed game in the corner. Continuing time. See, oh!
You thought.
The bait!
You thought.
You were wrong. Kpop had no reason to overextend there, and we can see how that patience bore fruit. Beautiful stuff to Kpop. Ooh. Sometimes you just get hit.
Could have been a lot worse.
Grab as well. We see the counter hit coming out. Kpop did swing, and a punish counter as well. How many different types of grabs can you get, Chad?
And the ODDP, just to make sure that we keep Kpop in the corner.
Yeah, let's just double check that. Also close to burnout for both of them. There it is.
And with the overhead, perfect parry on wake up. There it is. Yeah, got to bring it all the way back. Honestly, that's one of the strongest moments in the game, because you always are doing at the same timing, which means you can perfect parry, right?
Yeah.
And that led into a kill.
Exactly. Great stuff to Chad to find that opening, like you mentioned, that consistent timing. And burning the level 3 there, there's definitely arguments both ways of whether he should or shouldn't. I'm personally a fan of close out the round, especially when you're both in burnout, and Kpop also had full resources. You have to be so careful in that scenario.
You want to take that damage, right?
Right.
And right now, Kpop is taking their own. We're to make sure we get some also with the level 3, because you know what it is, that both are going to be on display here. Which means it's going to make the shimmy game a little bit more dangerous, and the ability to just navigate this matchup.
Absolutely. But if Chad is ready for that, maybe Kpop will be, maybe gravitating a little more towards things like that shimmy game.
And we've seen so much of these crouching fierce leading to cross-up scenarios. Caught Chad, but let's see if Chad can somehow make it back. Somehow we do have level 1 on deck. There it is. I think this is potentially a
level 2. And it's a scary situation for both players right now. But Chad is in burnout, which is a significant advantage for Kpop, but the life lead. Oh my goodness,
great stuff to Chad right there. Was able to make it all the way back. Used resources appropriately. And yeah, Kpop was just caught standing.
That's what we call Chad behavior right there. That was a tight game number 1. That was just the first game.
I gotta say, he was working out pretty early on for Kpop, though. Did a lot of early on resets too, and I think it really smothered Chad. Let's see if it keeps working on.
Yeah, it's going to be, this is where that rock, paper, scissors of adaptation comes, because both of these players know what their options are to beat everything that they just saw. It's just a matter of who's going to be adapting in what ways and who is going to stay one step ahead. Right now, Kpop, we saw this before. Can you get that good first round like you did last time?
First time seeing the spray can Oki as well. Looking pretty good for Kpop at the beginning.
Nice. It's just the beginning. Watch that drive gauge.
Incredible placement on the elbow drop, knowing that Chad was going to be right there.
Beautiful drive rush low.
Round 2. Fight.
And now we can see the caution, the recognition of where they are in this bracket, how much this game means. Neither of them willing to pull the trigger off of the start of the round, just sitting there, carefully calculating in neutral.
Right back in the corner. I think Kpop was expecting something else. Oh, able to honestly anti-air the jump and fierce. Not something you see too often.
Ooh, overhead. This is that mix-up game from Kpop. And now Chad, I think going for the parry there, is now burnt out. And you're going to eat a full combo for it.
You just gotta have to hold this right. You are in burnout. Everything needs to be a lot more respected on Chad end.
Oh.
But you know what?
Oh.
We throw that out the window. We back throw him.
Maybe don't respect
you know
that
what?
one. Yeah,
I don't want to be
level
here.
3.
It's not my home.
Evening up the set count, just like that. A much more firm win than the last one.
Kimberly.
I'll say it. That's what happened. Over time, it'll get less rocky and rocky.
Yeah, sometimes Kpop is so good at adapting and has the toolkit to do so with a character like Kimberly who has so much schmicks.
And honestly, I'm finding... Ooh, that would have been hot. I'm very impressed about, like, now Kpop is finding these distances to whiff punish Chad.
That parry was nice. Looked a little bit silly because by the time he was active to be able to parry, Kpop was like halfway through him, but it worked
Knocked out. Empty jump low once more for Chad, getting the reset into the throw there. And when you be burning out, you can't drive impact back.
Again with the overheads from Kpop. Every time you think that the string is over, Kpop hits you with that high-low mix, and the guess for game activates his trap card as Chad is firmly on the back foot right now.
It's one of the strongest things for mid-screen Oki, able to drive rush into the overhead. Ooh, and getting the air grab in the toe.
That was nice.
Oh my god, Kpop is just not stopping.
Dude, calm down. He's on the verge of a perfect right now. And there it is. I think technically not going to be one because of the gray health. It's all about the timing. Oh wait, there we go, just in time.
The grave health came back, and there we go. We absolutely get a deserved perfect KO on Kpop's side.
So that gray health really gave him a hand. I was watching it, like the pixel the round ended, it made it to the end of the bar. What a homie the gray health is.
And now we're seeing Kpop wanting to jump in a lot more because I think Chad is scared to kind of throw out Standing Fierce because got clipped by Sweep so much.
Yeah. Chad trying to find a chink in the armor, but it feels like every time he does, he just gets grabbed for it. Where is the answer for Chad right now? Kpop on an absolute tear in this game number 4. Finally, a single Hadouken breaks a hole as Chad reverses the situation and puts Kpop in the corner.
But of course, Kpop finding the standing medium pick. Gonna get some solid damage in the process. Hoping that Chad will bite. Chad sitting firm, but once again, the overhead and goes low this time. You're just getting rotated on.
Yeah, sometimes you just get rotated on.
What do you think? Like, what do you think? Like at this point, what can Chad do to bring us back?
I feel like part of it is you have to find the offensive patterns from Kpop, which is very hard to do because Kpop's mix game is incredible. But consistently winning on offense this often is a sign that Kpop is just outplaying Chad.
Yeah. Ooh, wake up, level hit. There it goes. Yeah.
Okay.
Chad had to bring up the Banani.
That's another option.
But I think you're right. Like Kpop wins off of their own advantage state, right? If they can like be aggressive
exactly
and get the whole momentum, that's where they start winning.
Like they get in once and then it feels like the round is over. Finally, we saw a level 3 come out from Chad, but look where we are. It's the same situation, just Kpop has a little less health.
Hey, okay. Chad not going quietly into tonight, gonna go out swinging, but swing it, Kpop swing it on the drive rush of their own, level 3.
And that's gonna do it as Kpop takes it 3-1 over Chad. Chad was looking pretty solid at the beginning of that set, and honestly, all the way through was still clearly looking for answers, not discouraged. Those DPs, the level 3 at the end, were very well-timed, well-executed. It's just at the end of the day, Kpop continued to stay one step ahead.
Like I said, it's what Kpop is best at, is their advantage state. You see it right there with the bait on the DP. But I guarantee Chad is the one to bring it all the way back. If he's in losers, you better watch out.
Yeah, absolutely. Chad has been on a tear today. Definitely not going to be happy about that loss. Wants to make it up to himself by getting the W from loser's side. And while we're talking about that, let me take a look real quick. Who is Chad going to be up against from our existing players? Oh, right. Loser's side, our next bracket match that we're about to see is going to be Too Easy versus Fizzgig. And then the winner of that will be up against Chad.
It's a hard-fought battle. All these players